I'd like to start by first asking you to close your eyes. Close your eyes and go back to when you were a kid. Imagine yourself in a green agricultural land full of vegetation, fruits, and flowers. Now imagine yourself 10 years later in that exact same land, but now surrounded with nothing. Literally nothing, just dust and dirt. You can open your eyes. What you just pictured right now was not actually a nightmare for me. It was a reality. My name is Mohamed Amine Soufaih. I'm from Morocco, and I'm the founder of X Agriculture. Between 2006 and 2016, I've personally experienced the effects of drought that happened in my community. And 2 years ago, for example, a huge drought struck the whole country and actually dropped grain production by 70%. And you know, the biggest issue is that most farmers in these kind of communities are subsistence farmers. That means they do farming for a living. And they don't have the infrastructure to actually cope with these kind of situations. Some of them, and I mean, most of them have actually to migrate to the city looking for job opportunities. And also a lot have to sometimes survive with 2 meals a day. When I was thinking about this issue, I really thought, yes, drought and climate change is a huge reason behind this. It's probably the direct reason. But I also thought there is a huge issue that's also related to it, which is the mismanagement of water for these farmers. And actually, there's a statistic by the US Environmental Protection Agency that says that over 50% of the water resources we use are actually over-wasted. Half of the water we use in irrigation is actually not useful. It's just wasted because we don't know what we're doing. So what if there was a way where we could know exactly how much water does the plant need and deliver exactly that amount of water? That's a solution we came up with, and we call that AutoRig. AutoRig is a smart irrigation controller that adjusts the flow of water in irrigation systems according to different water parameters, such as the soil moisture and weather analytics. And the way it works is very simple. This is a simplified scheme of how it works. So first of all, imagine a day when it's sunny and it's very hot, right? So the plants will need a lot of water. And AutoRig will understand that depending on the data and information it receives, and it will deliver that amount of water. Now imagine when it gets cloudy, that means we need less water, and even if the temperature drops, we need less water, and AutoRig understands that and adjusts the flow. And finally, when it's raining, AutoRig again detects that it's raining and then adjusts the flow of water. And this is just very simplified, but there are so many other parameters taken into account, from temperature, humidity, soil moisture, and many other parameters. There's also, we're developing a mobile app that allows the farmers to control this device at any time, anywhere. So that farmers can actually focus on activities that matter and actually look for other opportunities for them to flourish their activities and resources instead of actually focusing on the irrigation systems they have. This is the development stages that we've gone through in a year and a half. So first of all, we started this just as an experiment. We really wanted to see how we can actually use sensors and weather analytics to analyze weather and water data and see how we can actually control the flow. Then we moved on to actually take soil samples in different regions because the device ultimately behaves different ways in different places. In a dry and arid area, it's going to be way different than if it was in a green area. So it really behaves very differently, and we have to take that into account. Then we moved on to a first pilot, and that was mainly to understand how the product behaves in a large-scale farm. And finally, we moved on to actually test the efficiency. And right now, it's about 25% to 30%, but we actually want to reach that 50% that we waste. So we want to actually be able to save that. And so my objective, the objective of the whole team, is to actually get this product to all areas which suffer from drought. And those are countries in the MENA region, also Africa. But really my dream, my biggest dream is to actually come back to the land I showed you before and see it flourish. And I'm really bad at photoshopping, but I just did this. This is the ultimate goal I want to see. It's being able to come back to that land and see the farmers flourish, see these people really live their dreams and not have to go to other places looking for job opportunities. Thank you very much. I'm open to